Assalamu Assalamu alaikum. We're now busy with part 9 of the online madrasa, and this is basically a uh, a kind of a note that I made, which allows us to understand the terms that we need and that we use, the basic terms in Islam, and then also to then integrate in the sense of improving the English ability of people to understand. So let's look at ibadah. So there's the Arabic of ibadah, there's the transliteration for those who cannot understand or read the Arabic, ibadah, and it means to worship, it means adoration, it means veneration, it means divine service, it means devotional service. So ibadat is the plural. So ibadah basically means the higher meaning of is to adore, and to worship, right? And be an ibad, a worshipper, an adorer of Allah. Adorer is a deep lover of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And so the next one, let's look at salah. Salah means actually intercession, benediction. It's a blessing, it's a grace. It comes from the basic root, which means it's a blessing, it's a benediction, it's an intercession, salah. Then we look at wudu. There's the Arabic. It means cleanliness, arriving to purity, and ablution like we normally have it. So then ghusl, it means washing or bathing, a major devotional ablution, ghusl. Let's look at the next one, tahara. Tahara would mean cleanliness, purity, chastity, holiness, sanctity, saintliness, uprightness, integrity, honesty, to be chastened, to chasten yourself, tahara. Okay, then hadath. Hadath would be impurity, evil symptom. It's an evil symptom, it's a misdeed, it's an event. It also can stand for feces, excrement. It can also stand for misfortune or a ritual impurity, hadath. Then we look at the word wajib. Okay, what is wajib? We hear the word sometimes and we don't know exactly the meanings of these words. So wajib would be necessary, indispensable, you cannot do without it, right? Wajib, and wajibat would be the plural. Wajibat would be the plural. It means that which makes it adequate, inescapable, you cannot do without it, imperative, important, unavoidable, proper, fair, essential, binding, obligation, incumbent, duty, wajibat. So what we're saying here is a word, something that is wajib is necessary. Without that, it doesn't fulfill the requirements. It becomes a useless act if it doesn't have those things, the wajibat in it. Let's look at a rukun. A rukun is a basis or essential part of it, or the rukun of something, the principle, the arkan. The arkan is the plural of rukun, the basic elements, the principles that require for a particular act. Then we look at tayammum, which is to repair or to turn using earthly substances, to take wudu if water is not available or there are allergies, a person is allergic to water, etc. There's a misspelling there, or I didn't complete the word there. Tayammum. And then fara'id, which is the plural, fara'id. The fara'id, a furud, a fard. Okay, so that will be fara. Then the word farida come from that. So let's look at the word. Fara'id is a duty, right? It's a divine duty, a divine order, a divine command, a divine decree, It's an appointed feature. It's a sign to what is necessary. It's a portion of it to make it incumbent. It's prescribed. It's presupposed. It's accepted that this is a fara'id. Al-farad and fara'id is the plural. So I'm not only like teaching the actual meaning of the word, but giving you all the synonyms or all the features of the Arabic as it relates to it. You can see the Arabic meaning goes very deep, and that allows you to have a very good holistic understanding and deep understanding of a feature in life. And that is why Allah sent the Quran in Arabic. So najasa, what does najasa mean? Najis, we have heard the word najis, najasa, which is basically all the impurities. Najis is a singular and najasa is plural. Impure, unclean, defiled, polluted, dirty, soiled, filthy, contaminated, squalid, sullied. Now in this particular feature is also an attempt or niyyah to help somebody or help a child to increase his language ability, understanding, and the depth of his understanding of his own English language. So it empowers the person to have a better vocabulary, and the more better vocabulary you have, the deeper your understanding, the better your ability to actually express yourself. Now let's look at janaba, a state of impurity for spiritual janaba, for spiritual activity due to sexual activity or satisfaction or emissions of the semen, etc. Then there's a state of janaba or sexual satisfaction for a woman as well and a man, and you need to have a ghusl, janaba. Then haid. Haid means menstruation. Okay, menstruation. Then nifas means childbirth bleeding, childbirth or delivery bleeding. Then mustahab, something is mustahab, something is loved. It's liked by Allah, it's desirable, it's recommendable, it's preferable. So this particular lesson here, or this part 9 of the online Madrassa integrated, now shows you how you can improve your language ability through Arabic. Let's look at nawafil. A nawafil is more recommended by the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and there, you can write a sad if you want to write a short for sallallahu alaihi wasallam. You can write a sad there. Concerning sublime acts towards nearness to Allah, that is Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam advice or his practice, nawafil, which is more recommended. It's not a fard. Now let's look at the next one. Ittirafiyya. Ittirariya. A word ittirariya, that would be emergency. In this case of emergency, an unforeseen event, an unexpected case, a contingent, an incident, an accident. Ittirariya. If something is an ittirariya, and there I put the dot like under the dal and the d and the t to indicate a dot and a ta. Ittirariya is something that an emergency happening, an unforeseen event. Tasmiyah. This is to say Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. That is the tasmiyah. Also known as the basmala. The basmala also means to say Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Then if something is makruh is detested, it's abhorred, it's hated, it's odious, it's loathsome by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it's disgusting, it's disagreeable, it's reprehensible, it's unpleasant, something is makruh. Then batil. A batil, it's something that is false, something that is absurd, something that is vain, something that causes to be null and void. A batil, invalid thing, a baseless thing, untrue thing, a deception, a lie, worthless feature, something that is worthless, a batil. Then we look at the word nisab. means the minimal asset or the liable for zakah, the nisab, right? So that is the minimum on which you must pay your zakah. Then let's look at the word mahram. Mahram, that is a male family member of a woman precluded from marrying her. You cannot marry her, like a brother or a husband, or a husband is also a mahram, yes, but you married her, but it's in a state of protection, who travels with her for protection. Maharim. Maharim would be the plural. Brother, milk brother, etc. Any man that must protect the woman. Now we look at awra. We've heard the word awra. It's a ayn actually, awra. So that means the genitals or a weak spot or the weakness. It means the weakness, that is the awra. Okay, our next word would be a musalli. Musalli would be one who salas, a form of prayer. A musalli, there is it. Then nas. It's a textual evidence or condition. The nas of something is the contextual evidence or condition, the manifestation that makes something optional or makes something farad, etc. The contextual evidence, the nas. Then we look at the word Eid. You get Eid al-Fitr and Eid al-Adha, Eid al-Fitr and Eid al-Adha. And then the plural is Eidain. Eidain, the days of celebration, the days of feasting, the days of wishing, the days of felicity and happiness, the festival, the holiday, etc. Eid, two Eids, Eidain. And let's look at the next one. Iqama. Iqama would be establishment. Iqama is the establishment, the imminent beginning of a salah. The iqama, the announcing, the staging of, the elevation of, the uplifting of. Iqama, from standing up to salah. Then something mandur. Let's look at that. Mandur, it means a vowed salah, a consecrated pledge. You're making a mandur, you're making a promise by Allah, and in that promise it's called a mandur. Then the adhan, which we all know about, but adhan is spelled like that in Arabic. It's a call to salah, a call to prayer. It means to allow, or to listen, or to permit, or to learn, or to inform. So you can see the adhan is also an invitation, a learning. In the dua you learn that the adhan is the highest form of da'wah. Now, jama'ah. Jama'ah is a group or a party or congregation or a community of people, jama'ah. And then Jum'ah comes from the word jama'ah. It's a group of people. The congregation of Friday, the Jum'ah. Okay, then something is sunnah. It's a practice of the Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Again, I forgot I think it's the photocopy that cuts off some of the features. Then something is mu'akkad. Mu'akkada, strongly recommended. If you hear the word mu'akkada, then it's strongly recommended. Right? Mu'akkad, a definite, a sure, it's confirmed that it's a recommended feature in the deen by the Sunnah of Nabi Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Sajda means to prostrate with the forehead on the floor It means to adore, beautiful, and to worship. So when you look at a masjid, is a place where we show adoration to Allah through prostration. So you see, it's beautiful that the Arabic terms leads us to much deeper understanding of things when we start translating it into English. Okay, shukran. Assalamu alaikum.